You know, after my 9 years in the Army, my next 25 years of living was as a pastor. And one of the things I really enjoyed as a pastor was working with young couples and doing their weddings. And then I get then help, watching them have their first child. I'll never forget the first time that I got a call from the hospital about one of our young couples that had just given birth to their first child. Oh, I was so happy. I jumped in the car, drove to the hospital. I walked in to the room, and there's mama, and there's daddy, and then there's that baby. And right there, I knew I had a problem. A dilemma. Why? I couldn't think of what I could say with integrity that was complimentary. I mean, look, I'm looking at a ball of wrinkled human flesh, red splotchy skin, goo all in it, tufts of hair sticking up. What in the world can you say? Oh, I've heard people say beautiful and handsome and adorable. They're lying. I got through that visit. A couple of weeks later, I was having lunch with an older pastor who was my mentor. I told him, I said, Jack, I've got a problem. And I told him about my dilemma. And so Jack looks around. He says, Danny, I've got the solution. I listened to what he had to say, and I tucked it away in my memory bank and went on about my business. A few months later, I get another call, another young couple, another new baby. But this time, I am ready. And I jump in the car and drive to that hospital, and I get out of the car, and I march right on up to that hospital room and walk in, and there's mama, and there's daddy, and there's that little baby, and I look at him, and I look back at mama and daddy, and I say, oh, he looks just like you. Then I would ask the parents, but before I have prayer with you, tell me about your hopes and dreams for this little child. And they would tell me. And out of about 100 different couples, I never had one parent look at me and say, Danny, we want our child to be average. Now, they always had hopes and dreams. Let me ask you something. You're here today because a dream found you. That dream came to you, and it is the evidence that you can accomplish the dream. Look at it. What will you do with it? Get clear, get committed, get courageous, but do what you need to do to make that dream come true, because you are JMT. You have DNA that is more than average.